Your stream is paused.
Hello.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
That's,
Not again.
here's the correct one. Here's the correct one. Whoops. Sorry about that. It's been a couple
There
of
we
weeks.
go.
Welcome back to 999. Last time, we got asked all the wrong questions and learned that 4 does indeed mean death. This time, we're in the second class cabin.
Also, important announcement. Watch Summertime Rendering. It's so fucking good.
Correct. Oh, right. Everybody except Loey is going to have a character to voice in these next 2 rooms. Earth included.
This is June.
That's Earth.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot. I forgot it was June. Did we
Yeah,
ever
you're
voice
June.
her on the? Did we ever voice her on the first route?
Nope.
No.
We never
Oh
voiced June and we never voiced Santa.
Well then.
That face looks expensive. I wonder how much we
Thanks,
can get for
Balls.
it. Are you
I'll be right
going
back.
to steal it?
Break it. Get all the credits.
Looks like a valuable vase. Empty though. Looks like there's a room to the right of the vase.
Oh my god, do you have to like
What's up?
hover your cursor over that little doorknob to the right of the vase to select?
Just camera rotation.
No.
Oh.
There's nothing to be displayed. How sad. It looks like the drawers are empty too. There's nothing in the display case. Drawers are empty too. Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have the time to be relaxing on a sofa. Something about
But
that
it's
line
comfy.
something about that line gives me huge oh, is it Maya Fey or Mia Fey?
Maya.
Maya.
Yeah.
Maya.
Gives me huge Maya energy.
Yeah.
It's a sofa. Maybe I shouldn't sit on it. June will get mad again.
But it looks comfortable.
It doesn't.
You right
worry.
now.
It's
Ah.
a sofa.
Aha.
The color is a soothing light blue.
It is a nice color.
It's a table made of wood. Hey, there's something here. It looks like a box of matches. It's a box of matches. It's a box of matches. There are matches inside, obviously. Hey, do you think we could burn down that door at the end of the hallway with these matches?
The
Bad
fuck?
idea.
Not gonna work, huh? Yeah.
I've heard of some bad escape room ideas, but that has to rank up there.
I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Wait, she
Yes.
had a fever?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait, she
Oh
saw
yeah,
it.
because she fainted after seeing what happened to the ninth man.
Yeah.
Yeah. June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Guess it really has gone down.
Are you,
You know,
worried about me?
this reminds me of myself because my body temperature runs slightly lower than normal. So whenever I'm
Same.
at like normal 93.6, it feels like I have a fever, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Why do I?
You mean
What's
that-
going on?" And then I realize,
I'm
wait a
sorry.
second.
Do you mean normal 98.6?
Yes. What did I say?
You said
said
93,
96.
and I'm like, that is cold.
Oops. I meant to say 98.6. No, if you have 93.6, that's not good. You should probably go see a doctor.
Yeah. Ooh, choice time. Yes, I guess I am worried.
Yeah, I guess I am.
June blushed and giggled.
By the way, Jumpy.
Hmm?
How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Damn straight.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No.
Why
would
would
I?
we be hiding something?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
That's a good
Um,
question. Are you hiding something?
Can I just say something that's been bothering me about June's sprite?
What's up?
It looks like she's wearing a scarf, right? That is just like, why are pieces of her hair just like going everywhere like that? It's just,
You're
I'm like,
right.
is the scarf wrapped around her head? It looks like
It
her
might be.
hair.
It's a
Honestly-
scarf is
Oh, go ahead.
her scarf is wrapped around her hair. It's like
Yeah.
That's what I was
put on-
thinking.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, my brain thought somehow her hair was just phasing through the scarf. Anyways, continue.
Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Entirely irrelevant to what's going on. Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
He had to admit, he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him.
Only 18.
Yeah.
Times 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
Have you met Mr. Left?
Oh my god.
June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
37.
she has messed. Mr. Left is her father.
Oh no.
Junpei coughed quietly.
Wait, he's
the
dead.
same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding
He'll
anything.
be back.
Just
from-
like you,
he'll be
Jumpy.
back from running to get cigarettes any day. I swear.
When I woke up, I was on D deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder.
June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone in deep
Look
thought.
for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do. So?
Man, even when he's not here, Seven being the quiet MVP of this group.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
Like, seriously, why is everyone in this group shitting on Seven?
You got any
I
ideas?
don't know.
I know.
Because
No,
big
nothing.
scary black man.
But he's the best.
Oh,
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal?
or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
No, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
Can the lunch lady see the future in the beans?
I don't know. Is
But
she a JoJo character?
If you can't remember them, that makes it the perfect crime for them to commit it.
No, Sook, I'm making a very, very deep old Nickelodeon cut.
Probably something I didn't see. I didn't have
Yeah,
Nickelodeon
probably.
growing up. I only got to see it when I was visiting people.
Oh wow.
I see.
I was poor. My family did not have cable.
Rip.
Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain.
I've had a fever of 104 once before.
Oh my god.
I've
Yeah.
had 103, which was concerning because I'm usually 96.
I was where I was stuck in Florida. And I had the swine flu.
Oh, that's yeah. I think the highest I've gotten is I think I've probably got 104 before. Like, recently when I got sick of COVID again, it was like 102, 103.
By the
Okay.
way, I believe that part of the reason, at the very least, like why we all have fucking temperature issues is because apparently it's either ADHD or autism changes how your body perceives temperature changes.
Really? I did not know this information.
I mean, I'm not on the spectrum, but I do have ADHD, and I don't really have those temperature issues. So
One of
it
my
might be an
friends
autistic
is
thing.
I think it's it's probably that, because like one of my friends is a special needs teacher and also is on the spectrum themselves, and they learned from experience of teaching students that they are a lot more sensitive to temperature changes, even when they aren't actually as drastic as they feel they are.
Someone with
Giant
mental
Cat.
disabilities teaching other people with mental disabilities. Good on them.
Well, yeah, they'd be the people who can relate the most. They can most understand what's going on.
Yeah, that's why I said good on them. Glad they're helping other people like that.
Yeah. It's light. Even if it's heavy.
God
That's
damn it,
light.
Junpei, you God damn it, Junpei took my joke.
It's a light. Thanks to it, we can see.
Thank you, Light.
It's a bottle with water in it. This is the bedroom. You probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know?
Quick, empty it out in the bathroom so that way we can carry red potions and fairies in it.
Oh my god.
Well, we would have to find those first, is the problem.
No, wait.
Just
It's
overturn a
because I'm a
rock.
little nervous right now.
Actually,
Wait,
no,
even
there's a
better.
vase in the other room that we can shatter. There's probably a fairy in there.
Ah!
True.
Wait, we could go back. We could. No, wait. We don't have a kitchen, but I was gonna say we need
can
that
carry
Chateau Romano.
Science Boy in there.
We need the Chateau Romani.
We don't have access to Science Boy. That was a different timeline. And again, we're stuck on a boat. We can't go get Chateau Romani.
Wait, Science Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the previous go-through.
All right. I forgot.
If you can carry a Deku Princess in one of those things, you can carry Science Boy.
How could you forget about Science Boy?
He's the best character!
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Junpei, did you want to take a shower together? Wow! Forward much?
Okay.
I
We haven't
appreciate
seen
that.
each other in years. What the heck? My avatar just flipped out for a second.
She is just not even hiding the flirt anymore.
She's just going
Just
straight for the
kidding.
kill.
She is literally doing the, like, what if we put our beds together in Minecraft? Tee-hee, just joking. Unless...
I mean, given the whole fucking conversation we had in front of the elevator last time,
Yeah.
Yeah,
But keep in
Yeah.
mind that
take
was
it back.
That was Junpei being on the wrong page, though.
but she didn't help the matter at all. That was all kinds of innuendo.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
my brain's already working out the picture. My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping.
This is
You
why
know,
I have
if-
water.
You know, it is very appropriate that her name is June now because those are the months of the year when you get the thirstiest because of how hot it is.
Not if you're simping over somebody. If you're simping over someone, you have the eternal thirst.
A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside. Surprising, no one.
I guess that's why they call it a cupboard.
So yeah,
It's
June
a
is a
bed.
bit of a gremlin.
Yeah. It's a light
We
blue
do like
blanket with some designs
we do
on
like
it.
to partake in a little bit of tomfoolery.
Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket. Nothing exciting.
I suppose it would, in this case, it would be tomfuckery.
Should we take another look at the blanket? No, I think we've covered it pretty well. Looks like that one was lame enough to get a brush little.
I have to say,
That was a joke.
like, I always appreciate it when people make their
Cover.
beds. Like bed covers.
I forget,
Someone
I've
made that it for sure
have-
won't fly off.
I zoned
What's
out
up?
for a little bit. Did they already make a joke about checking under the covers too?
No.
Now, the bed frame. Now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about?
Can I say from this angle, it looks like you're trapped in the if you lay down in the bed, it looks like you'd be trapped in all sides.
Yeah,
I mean, there are spaces for a reason.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a little awkward to squeeze out of.
yeah.
Honestly, I appreciate the bed guards.
I wouldn't.
I feel like I would accidentally whack my head.
Oh, I probably would too.
Well, it's like at least a queen size bed. It's pretty big.
At least, yeah.
Anyway, we are going glacially through here.
Yes.
Looks like there's two
Yeah.
pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is there fever back? Hey, are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously.
Oh boy.
Are you really okay? Two pillows next to each
Whoosh! Right over his head.
Okay, I feel like we have to do something with that bed.
This isn't a painting. Is that a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
Do you remember what Zero said? Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is
A replica of
a
the Titanic?
replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Who on earth would make something like that?
Fans.
Someone
the
who's
crazy
rich as
Titanic
fuck.
fans.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
I know people who have spent, well, not personally, of course, but I know there's people who have spent oodles of money just to take a submarine down to the Titanic.
That
And
went
not
well
just
for
talk-
them.
I'm not just talking about the one that made the news. It's apparently a fairly common thing for people to do.
I weep
Really?
for
No
humanity.
idea.
And besides, there are
I mean-
people who own yachts that are about as big as the Titanic was.
I mean, there is like actual scientific discoveries that can be made looking at the wreck.
I mean, fair, as long as it's not tourist crap.
There are tourists as well, but a fool and their money.
But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic. Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
Do you really
Unfortunately,
think
I have
people
to
would want
agree
to
with
ride
them.
on a ship with
I
such
also
an
have to
ominous
agree with him.
past?
Yes, June. Absolutely. Have you met people?
Unquestionably.
It's the site of the
Unfortunately.
worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
A curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
I do.
Yeah, well, I guess so, to a certain extent.
Junpei scratched his temple.
What about you? No, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Yes, I do believe in curses.
Do
I'm
you
curious,
believe
do you-
in magic?
In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
Curious,
What?
do you believe in curses, or you just chose that for the dialogue option?
I am unsure how I feel about curses.
Same.
Like, there is a part of me that believes in spiritual stuff, but I'm also unlikely to attribute something to a curse, if there could be evidence to the contrary, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
How to put it?
Also-
I like to believe in curses because it adds a certain magic and wonder to the world, but I don't use it to like justify my actions in any way.
Also, it is time for you to understand why our stupid, nonsensical ramblings are in character for this game.
A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
What?
What? Okay, I can think of plenty of curses that could have sunk the Titanic, but that one I'm finding a bit hard to believe. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from
What?
a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before.
I mean, I've heard of mummies' curses before, yes. Most commonly with Tutankhamun, I believe.
Yep.
Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one?
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
That's right.
June's eyes had lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy.
That mummy, the priestess, supposedly, she was special.
What do you mean?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Yes,
But she was a mummy.
that's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? Yeah?
Vitrification, I think?
The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And
Yes, saponification, but that's not what it was.
Oh, wait, no, vitrification is when something turns into glass. That's different.
huh?
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
What? Frozen?
That's right.
Hey,
the
Dragon
whole
Cat.
body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
I didn't know?
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
No,
What?
it doesn't.
Huh?
The
Nah,
fuck?
that seems too silly to be true.
June, are you high?
But
Yes!
maybe it isn't.
All
it just
the
appears
time!
that way because you didn't know it was true.
Look at her!
Yeah,
Like, this is some fucking stoner level philosophizing right now.
A little bit.
Like, this
I
is
am
the kind
smiling
of
in
thing.
spite-
This is the kind of thing that someone would say after getting high and listening to too much InfoWars.
I'm smiling in spite of all this tragedy because I am high as balls.
Look, I mean, honestly, you can't tell me that you would look at June and her choice of fashion and not be able to imagine her ripping the biggest fucking bong imaginable.
I mean, she does have a bohemian dress sense.
Yeah.
I'm mostly blaming the scarf. Anyway, June and Junpei talked a little more, then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she'd told him.
Ice that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something like that really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast.
Kataru Chikoshi is good at doing two things. One, scientific and pseudoscientific ramblings that come out of fucking nowhere. And two, really, really tastefully done and unabashedly horny characters.
Yeah. Also, the bit on saponification reminded me of a different thing concerning mummies. Have you heard about the people who turn themselves into mummies while they're still alive?
Yes.
Like Daisojo?
Might be that.
Are
They
you
start
talking about
having-
Are you talking about the practice that Buddhist monks do, where they fast
Yes.
so far so? Yep,
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
thought.
Sojo.
Well,
Yep.
not completely fast. It's like a specialized diet that they have while they do so. But it essentially like preserves them while they're still alive, so that when they eventually die of it, they're already like perfectly preserved.
I'm pretty sure that's like what all of the fucking Sheikah monks in Breath of the Wild did.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
exactly. Because it's supposed to supposedly obtain spirituality, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, that goes with the dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. Squish, squish, squish.
Snake can't threaten us here.
It's a dresser. There's nothing on top. Dresser. There's nothing on top. It's a dresser key. A key? Do you think it's the key to the dresser? Back on another similar dresser. This is the mirror for the dresser. And now she's playing with her hair. Does she even realize she's doing that? As someone with long hair?
Me. Me.
Yeah, you can't look in a mirror and not play with your hair. Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. It's not about impressing other people. You do it for you.
As someone with short hair, same.
Yes, there is. Who? What? Why are you quiet all of a sudden?
Oblivious.
Forget it, Jumpy. A well-polished mirror. Okay. Let's check out the door over here. That is a loud wallpaper.
Yes,
Very loud.
except it's not a wallpaper, it's tiles.
That's the bathroom wall. There are square tiles all over it. Walls covered in square tiles. They've all got geometric shapes on them. Okay, none of them stand out as being weird. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. So we're putting soap on. I used the shower once, so I have used the shower
I
once.
used a shower once.
So
Also, can I just take a moment and say how grateful I am that adventure games and visual novels like this moved away from the 90s trend of using fucking Peg Solitaire as a puzzle? You
I'm
know,
sorry,
where
what?
you like Peg
He's
Solitaire.
talking about. Yep,
The-
I know what you're
like,
talking about.
the cannonball puzzle in Mario RPG. where you
I was
jump
about
on
to say
buttons
that same
to make-
thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
It,
well,
it was a super freaking common puzzle back in the 90s, and
oddly enough,
oh my
I don't think I've played an
I don't-
adventure game that has that.
I don't
Oh,
even
one
know
of
what you're
these
talking
tiles.
about.
I can show you.
He's
later.
talking about the Peg Solitaire puzzle, like this cannonball puzzle in Bowser's Keep in Super Mario RPG.
It's
where
like you've got
you-
a cross shape with a hole in the middle, and you can hop one of the pegs over another peg, and the goal is to get all the pegs removed except one.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
But yeah, it was a super common puzzle back in the 90s with adventure games like The Seventh Guest and so on, and it's always a pain.
So, I hate to inform you this, but Kotaro Uchikoshi was the one who made Seventh Guest.
I will also say I am quite familiar
can't
with that
escape it.
game because back in the early days of Neopets, when I played it on my original account, one of the games I always used to play every day for Neopoints was Pogo Solitaire, which was that kind of solitaire. They removed it because like it's essentially a solved game, and so it was just a simple go here, go through the steps, grab your Neopoints, get out. And there was like basically nothing to it. So it was like,
You would think that there would be much more egregious things that they would want to remove.
well, this was back in the day.
True.
So most of those more egregious things did not exist yet.
Right. Fashion fever wasn't a thing at that point.
Right. And I
Horizon.
think you got like 1,000 Neopoints a game for finishing it, and you could do that 3 times. Whereas Fashion Fever, you only get 300 per game. So, it's a little bit different. Anyway. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. It's a shower knob. There's no water coming out of the shower. It's a shower head. There's nothing special about it. Oh, I was about to say this room was a waste of time, but we have a collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. Could be a clue.
Someone was well prepared, or they have ADHD and accidentally lost one of the rolls and started another one.
Shower curtains, huh? Let's try closing it. Aw.
Wait.
It's a shower head. Feels dry too. Probably means no one has used it in a long time. Now I can see the full expanse of the shower curtain in all its waterproof glory. There's nothing suspicious. It's just a normal old shower curtain. Narrow shower. I'm standing in it with June. This is awkward. Time to open it. Was there any point to this?
Yes,
Wait,
just not right
check
now.
the wall. Check the wall in the back.
It did that already.
I mean, with the curtain.
I tried. It automatically opened the curtain.
You can't.
Yeah, it
can't.
automatically opened the curtain when I went to turn around.
Now,
Anyway, speaking
you
of the
can't-
bathroom, I'll be right back myself.
also, when you go to the other room with Santa and Lotus, check the matches again.
Okay. Now let's check the toilet. There's nothing in there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Yeah, why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back.
If Taze hasn't come back in time, I will voice Santa for him in the meanwhile.
Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Why? What do you mean why? I'm just going to check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Well, no. Come back soon. Sure thing. I'll leave the rest to you. Sure, leave it to me. Alright, off to the other one.
Alright, matches.
Oh, there's me, Junpei. Did you find this key in the other room?
Yeah,
Then maybe that means
small key I found. That's not
The
the
match-
the matches.
I was trying to scroll over and hit the wrong thing.
Okay.
They're matches. They won't be enough to set fire to anything very big.
You never know until you try. How about that door at the end of the hallway?
No, are you an idiot?
Yes.
Well, maybe there's a way. We might be able to use Junpei's clothes to build a bigger fire.
No. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty though. Seems to be around the left side of the vase.
Eh?
It's a tile with a black and white pattern on it. Wait a second.
What's up? You're going back already?
Well, I can't just leave June there by herself.
What? You think you're her knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out.
Whatever, man. I'm going. I just wanted to double check this, that's all. I get it. Yes. Yes. What are you mumbling about? Did you figure something out? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. It's kind of a weird looking picture. Some sort of weird black and white design. Looks like there's a room on the... I don't care about the room. Okay, checking up on the others. Let's go to the bathroom.
This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles.
This wall small square tiles. They've all got geometric shapes on them.
Whoa, look! Junpei! There's a mushroom growing out of the wall.
That's a shower head. Shower head. It's dry. It doesn't look like it's been used in a while. This thing's a little shelf for putting soap on.
That's the shower knob. I tried turning it, but no water comes out. Some toilet paper. We've got 2 rolls, I guess. When you have
One for business, one for fun.
when you have those really bad nights.
Is there anything in the toilet? Guess not. The tank's empty too.
There's nothing suspicious about it. Oh, there's no shower curtain over here. This room doesn't have a shower curtain.
This room?
Well, there were shower curtains in the bathroom that June was checking out.
You're saying this bathroom doesn't have any?
Yeah, that's right.
There's probably a reason why.
I think I know the answer to our questions here. Junpei, if you missed her so much, you don't have to keep coming back here.
Shh. No, that's not what this is. I'm just being like a bridge between the 2 rooms.
Uh-huh. You just keep telling yourself that. Now get out of here and go help June.
God. Didn't mean to do the painting. Oh, man. No, take the shower curtain, you dick!
Your presumption is incorrect. Hey, check this out. This is a pretty nice sofa.
I know. It's a shame I can't take it back with me.
Oops.
What's the matter, Santa? Why are you examining the sofa? Trying to look for some loose change in there?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
The sofa looks pretty expensive.
A round wooden table. Wow, this is very nice wood, if you know what I mean.
So, big deal. There's something on top of it.
A candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy.
Yeah, I need to go kill Mr. Plum in the lounge. I'll be right back. Oh, I was expecting to light it.
Same. It's a candle, Junpei. Why does that have the synergy of rock that's a stick?
What?
Roxas, that's a stick.
Okay. Give me a moment, I need to check something. Okay, let's see here.
It's a reference to Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days.
Over 2 days, yeah.
Yep.
So, let's see here.
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorite memes from that game. Roxas, that's a stick.
It's pretty good.
Okay, so... It's probably obvious what you need to do with this.
Yep.
Once you light it, go back into June's room and then and examine it there.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, sorry. That's a pretty big candle. If we light it, we'll probably get really bright.
Okay. I'm gonna do that later.
Well, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and shit look really expensive. Do you want to take a look?
of expensive looking plates in here. This looks pretty expensive. A couple pieces of art.
I see
Can't
something
say
we
if they're very
need.
good or not. I know.
I am back.
Welcome back. Oh,
You
there
sound
go.
much relieved.
You're up, Bun Bun.
Well, let me put it this way. Shit!
That worked way too
Perfect
well.
timing.
Oh my god. Oh.
Absolutely perfect timing.
Just like with Desu Hiko and not being able to swallow it in one gulp.
I just
More
came
like
back from using the
Nekomaru.
bathroom Blanc. Anyway. It's not opening.
Don't put that.
Alright, you grab that side of the table and I'll get the other. Let's smash this bitch open.
I don't think that's going to work. That looks like tempered glass. I don't think throwing a table at it is going to break it.
Oh, so you just have to tap the side of it then.
Come on, you stupid thing, open.
Like, the thing with tempered glass is that once you find the weak point, it breaks super fucking easily.
If I remember correctly, isn't tempered glass two pieces of very thin glass sort of squished together with plastic or, like, glue?
I don't know. I know it's used in cars.
Yes,
I
it
do
is.
know that the shower doors that we used to have in my house were tempered glass, and I had the very rare occurrence of having one of them spontaneously explode on us.
Didn't that
I can
happen when we
confirm
were
he showed us
visiting?
the pictures.
No, it was.
No.
I think it was sometime in the middle of last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Anyway,
It's locked?
yeah, looks that way.
Then we need to find the key that opens it. Don't we have a key already?
Yeah, but it's not to this.
Hey. Hey,
Why don't you check?
That room's pretty dark. Don't you have something that'll give us a light? Like, I don't know, a candle?
Something that'll give us light.
FYI, there's a couple things you're gonna want to examine in there before you put the actually no, not before. After you're done examining everything you need to in there.
So, you lit the candle. That's probably wise.
I'm sure it'll be a light in dark places when all other lights go out.
That's me!
That's a biblical line, isn't it?
You voiced
I
my
would not.
line.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. You've done it before.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep not expecting other people to be voicing during the inventory.
It's okay.
Junpei, you lit the candle. Yeah. You want me to light your heart on fire? Junpei, don't quit your day job, okay? Awesome. With the light from the candle, maybe we can take a look around over there. It gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down.
Well, why don't you set it on top of the dresser? Are you... Junpei, are you being dumb and holding it by the candle instead of the candlestick?
I mean, the candlestick is metal.
Then what-
It still can get hot.
Yeah, I was about... as soon as I said that, I was like, oh, the metal will get hot. It's flat
Yeah.
there. At least it won't fall over.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Hey. It got pretty bright.
Maybe we can look around a little.
You're a little quiet, Taze.
Yeah,
whoop.
you are a bit.
This better?
Yes. This is the mirror for the dresser.
Damn straight. Nothing weird about it, though.
It's still a little quiet.
Son of a gun!
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? That would, of course, be 7.
Yeah, it's me.
Crazy old bat. Guess the stress was just too much for her.
I don't think Discord picked me up on doing the noblewoman's laugh.
It sadly didn't.
Did you say something?
Nope, nothing.
Mirror on the dresser. Doesn't respond when I talk to it. Very rude for a mirror.
Hey, the mirror could be shy.
The dresser.
The candle is burning fast. Its beauty melts my heart, but this isn't the time to be enjoying the soft glow of a candle, I suppose. Even better make a detailed investigation of the room before it goes out.
Dresser drawer. It's locked. Wrong button. Let's see if this... Yes! Yes, it worked!
That's a strange design. Is it ceramic? It doesn't look like there are any puzzles in it. It's a chair for the dresser. Squish, squish,
Squish.
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 Wish.
It's a light, man. Can't you figure that out on your own? Hard to tell if it's burned out or not. Of course, now that we have the candle, I guess it doesn't really matter that much anymore.
There's a picture of an old cruise ship. Is it the Titanic?
It's a light. What did you expect?
Oh, it's the same
Can't
text.
really tell.
Bottle full of water. I don't think we're gonna need this for anything.
Hey, Junpei! It's a cupboard! There's a freaking cupboard in here!
Are you alright?
Oh, don't give me that! Come on! A cupboard in a bedroom can only mean there's a safe in here! What?
Really?
What?
Damn! There's nothing in here. Got me all hooked up for nothing.
What is your logic there, sir?
There's something on the bed.
Hey, Junpei, there's something on top of the blanket.
Oh, fine. I'll check that one out first. Oh, hey, it's the curtain.
A curtain, huh? Well, it's got all these metal rings, probably so you could hang it from something, you know?
Yes, but it doesn't look like a normal curtain.
There we go.
The way it feels, I think it's probably waterproof. Which would make this a shower curtain.
Shower curtain, huh? Anything under the blanket? Nope, nothing suspicious here.
2 pillows in a pile. Oh, a pile of pillows.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke?
Hey, calm down.
There are 2 pillows. Must be a double bed. Two.
Literally
I feel like that
everybody
was
in this-
I feel like that was lost in translation.
Possibly.
Pillow pillows.
Oh.
Nope, don't get it. Huh?
They sound like
Hey,
pillows.
what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden.
Maybe the candle got blown out. You should go see.
Also, check the light before you leave. The one on the top of the wall.
What is the fastest burning candle I've ever
Melted
done
wax
seen?
on top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? The top of the candlestick looks kind of weird.
You're right. It's all bumpy. That candle was that candlestick burned way too damn fast. The part of the candlestick where the candle goes looks like a key.
A key. Oh, what's?
A key, huh? I think I ran into a lock I couldn't open earlier.
Light is as cold and quiet as death itself.
Huh.
Let's see if this candlestick will do anything. Yes, it opened.
All right, pull that shit open.
Yoink, this is mine.
Hey, don't you think the pattern on that tile looks like something?
Yeah, I think I saw it somewhere.
Yep, I know where I saw
Hey,
it.
Junpei, you got a minute?
Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his
A
pocket.
bookmark.
It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover on it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Santa gave him a wry smile.
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Really, because you look like you would love hope.
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah,
I mean, on
you
that-
got a problem with that?
I mean, by that logic, he would also probably love luck.
True.
Not really, but
Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to
what
say.
does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like a flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So,
What?
yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright?
Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands.
Here,
You should probably take it.
Decided to take it.
What the
After
fuck?
all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
What had happened to Santa? Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages, that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy. I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. That's why.
What?
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
What are you...
But what about 3?
I am so lost.
Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before.
You play?
Play?
You mean like gambling?
You mean like gambling?
Yeah, of course. What else would I need? In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it Le Grand. But the lowest, most worthless cards, zeros. They call monkey.
Just like the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey.
Santa blinked, utterly stunned.
What?
Then he began to laugh.
Oh man, you're totally right. The guy who trapped us in here sure is one hell of a monkey.
That was when Lotus spoke up.
You know, if you think about it, the nonary game is really a lot like Baccarat.
Apparently, she'd been listening.
Of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk. You just drop the tens digit, and that's it. Still, it does have the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit.
Oh, yeah, I guess you got a point.
And in both games, whoever has 9 wins.
The person who makes 9 wins?
Wait, did you forget already? Don't you remember what Zero said?
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Oh, by the way, before
So,
you use
we
the
want to get
shower
off
curtain,
this boat.
make sure to examine it 2 more times. I said that because
Okay.
I'm going to be right back soon.
We have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9.
And only the people in that team are going to make it out alive.
Of course.
No.
That's why it's called the nonary game.
What?
Huh?
You don't know? Nonary means something derived from 9, or base 9. It's derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9. While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni. You know, like the unicorn, the horse with 1 horn. 2 is bi, like binary. Binary means composed of 2 parts. 3 is tri. I'm sure you've heard that one plenty. Like trio, triple, and triangle. You get that.
Trilogy.
After that, you have quart, quinty, sext, septum, and so on. And of course, the prefix for 8 is octo, like
Sex.
octopus. It's called that because it has 8 legs. Get it?
I see. So then Nona means 9.
Lotus nodded.
So, how many of us are trapped on this ship?
That'd be 9.
And what are the bracelet numbers we have?
They go from 1 to 9.
And our time limit? How many hours did we have?
Zero said
9.
9 hours.
And finally, to get out of this ship,
We need to find the door with a 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship.
By making a team with the digital root of 9.
Lotus nodded again.
Again, we
there you have it. The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing. No wonder it's called the nonary game.
Somewhere far away, Junpei heard the creak of stressed metal. Sounded almost like Zero laughing at them, or the sad, desperate scream of a pig headed to the slaughterhouse.
Well, that happened.
Yep.
Yep.
Santa.
Oh, shit. It's a folded up shower curtain. Damn, that thing's big if you open it up.
Oh, there's a hole. Like a bug ate through it or something.
Oh, you're right. Think maybe it was a peeping Tom?
I'll bet Lotus would make sure the perv heard.
If I catch him, you won't hear a peep out of the jerk. I'll knock him into tomorrow. Oh.
That's Tom Much.
Boo.
It's a shower curtain. Jury's still out on whether or not it was the work of a pervert, but there's a hole in it. Let's put that shower curtain on those hooks. Let's try spreading the curtains.
Wow, that's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated.
Well, with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught.
So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit?
Maybe they were into, like, those home invasion fantasies.
Home invasion? Interesting. I see.
You two are real idiots. You know that? What was the point of putting this here?
I don't know.
Maybe check from the outside.
And how would I do that?
Turn around towards the curtain and then pull it.
Oh shit! I did not realize this is the curtain here on the right side of the screen.
It wasn't there before.
Well, so I thought that when I turn, my character was turning around on the spot, not like physically moving to the other side of the room. Let's try spreading the curtains. There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top, 3rd from the right.
I think I know what we have to do.
Yep, me too. I'll be
Well,
right
that
back.
makes one of us.
Back to June.
Here it is. Yes, this one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nails and... Yes! Who would have thought this would be hidden in the bathroom, huh? You did a good job finding it. So one side has a design like the rest of the bathroom tiles. The other side has the black and white design. I think I've seen that pattern somewhere before. Tile in the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm getting sudden Wind Waker flashbacks.
There we go.
Easy.
Yes! I did it! There, picture complete. And there goes the frame.
Congratulations, you have solved
What's
the room.
this?
What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside.
Mars.
Whoa, this is one of those Mars symbols.
The door at the end of the hallway. It has the same symbol engraved on the keyhole.
Then, that's gotta mean.
Yes, we can use this key to get through that door.
Junpei messed
All
around
right.
a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down. Yes?
You're about to get a choice in dialogue here that is very, very important. Make sure you choose the bottom option when asked what something looks like.
Yeah, okay.
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused.
I I think I've seen this picture before.
It's Cthulhu, ain't it?
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Santa put his hands on his head, as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly burst into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Yes, I agree.
Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
Man, Santa failed the Rorschach test.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
The bottom option?
Yes. It's very important that you pick the bottommost option.
Why?
I will say what it looks like to me is some being with a large snout impaling someone on the ground.
Funyarimpa. See? I mean, this totally looks like one. Here and here.
Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei.
What the hell is a Funyarimpa?
What do you mean? What the
That's what
hell
I was
is a
wondering.
Funyarimpa? You mean you don't know?
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous. Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarimpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook.
Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog.
What?
See? Like this.
For context,
Junpei pointed out parts of the picture, and eventually a dog took shape in them.
Where?
It looked as though she had a point.
What did you say, Lowen?
The Funyarimpa is a huge meme in the Zero Escape community.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest ones.
Okay.
It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement.
So, now we know what
Yeah, I
it's a
can
picture
see
of,
it.
but I don't see how that helps us.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took 2 similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. These 2 pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world outside the reach of British airwaves. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown
And
the
then
two
they
pictures
asked
and
them.
asked, "What does this picture look like to you?"
And
The
they
results
also asked.
weren't really interesting on their own.
They also asked, what color is the dress? Is it blue or is it orange?
Oh my god. Guess that is.
I don't know what that is a
9.2%
reference
of people saw
to.
the lady in the lady picture.
The dress.
3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same test and the same 2 pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment?
In theory, yes, but I think 6.8 is still a very small margin. Like, just because the original was 3, going up by 3 doesn't make it going up by 3 percentage points that much more statistically significant.
Yeah.
Especially because you had a smaller sample size. Who the fuck did this paper?
And how? I don't give a crap about that. What I want to know is who let it get past peer review.
Well, this was probably in the older days of science.
There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up.
No, they both went up.
Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
It means random sampling is a thing. Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid.
Lotus, do we have to teach you the meaning of statistically significant? Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge, and stared back. Why am I yawning? And stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Oh, wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Huh.
Psych!
Her manner suddenly shifted, and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well,
Oh god,
I mean,
she's
the things I just told
Schrodinger's
you about
asshole.
are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right! Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog.
Huh. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field.
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Is this perhaps how information from one of our timelines could cross over to another?
All right. Let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door.
Okay.
Roger that.
So I think we're in agreement that we're gonna end immediately after the second puzzle room.
Probably, yeah. Yes, it unlocked.
Good job, Junpei.
Good. Now we can get going. Oh man, why am I so tired? Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here.
Come on, Jumpy, let's go. All right, let's go.
You found it.
Oh, I just noticed fiddling with my joystick skips cutscenes, apparently. Stepped through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway.
Oh, another hallway.
Junpei, June, Lotus, and Santa stopped for a moment and looked at their surroundings. A short distance away, a metal grate extended across the width of the hallway.
I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. I'm gonna have to call it early. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep very well last night.
I can cover you for Santa's voice.
All right.
Appreciate it.
It's not
Have a
going
good
to
night,
open
everyone.
because you rattled it, you know.
Damn it!
It took hold and shook, but it refused to move.
Look over here!
Nearby was a pair of elevators.
Elevators. And the buttons? Of course they don't work.
The power must be out here too, just like by the staircase.
That leaves this door. Well, looks like we don't have any choice.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Well then, let's open it.
Let's see. So let's see. This is where we just were. So this is where we are now. And last time we had gone through first class cabin, went out into here, and our first team had come out on this side of the grating. This is the grating that we see. These are the elevators. And they went through the casino, whereas we are going to go through here.
All right, here I go.
Junpei grabbed hold of the knob and quietly pushed the door open.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Slowly, trying to take in as much of his surroundings as he could. The others followed shortly.
Oh, so it's a kitchen.
Santa
It's
did
the
not look
kitchen.
pleased.
What were you expecting?
Isn't it obvious? The exit? I was hoping this would be the way out of here.
You really think it'd be that easy?
Yeah, I know. Still.
As they talked, Lotus headed deeper into the room. Until at last she stood in front of a door.
If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
No good.
What? The voice lines seem to be a bit messed up.
Yeah.
Key for that?
Sometimes
Sorry,
they
I guess
are.
that wasn't very constructive. Neither Junpei nor Lotus looked terribly happy.
Anyway, let's take a look.
Junpei dug the ship map from his pocket and spread it out in front of him. As he did,
Hey!
What's that?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a little while ago. It's a map of the B deck.
before Junpei could finish, Lotus snatched the map away from him.
Let me see that.
She ran her finger across it, muttering to herself.
I knew it. See? Look.
Yes, hold your horses.
Junpei did as he was
What did
told.
you figure out?
Santa and June moved over to look at the map as well.
This is handy.
See? We came in here. Now, if we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate.
With her finger, Lotus traced a path on the map.
How about that? She's right. We can get out through there.
There we go. Here, you can have it back.
Satisfied that she had been correct, Lotus folded the map and handed it back to Junpei.
Thanks.
Took it and slid the valuable piece of paper back into his pocket.
There's a card reader on the right side of the door.
And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right?
That seems the most likely.
All right, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues.
Okay.
Let's split up, gang.
Sneak away out.
There's a bunch of little wavy ridges on this plate.
Those plates are for serving meat. How can you tell? Ugh, you really are ignorant, aren't you?
Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Jeez. Plates for meat. There's 16 of them.
I think there are 15 of these plates. I'm assuming they're for seafood. How can you tell? Is it by the
How
size?
How can you tell that? They look just like any other plate from the 99-cent store.
If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June.
What? Why the hell are you bringing up June?
Sorry.
Lotus?
The lady doth protest. The lady doth protest too much with things. You are not terribly subtle. But still, how can she tell?
There's nothing special about it.
This is
Sam,
like
I guess
how...
this is for soup. 1, 2, 3. There's 10 of them. If you flip these over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate.
They're soup plates.
That one I can tell because I actually have those.
They're made that way so the soup doesn't spill. Yeah, we have those too, I think. If we ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. Amen to that.
What makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that?
What are the square plates for?
Oh, I think because the meat dish has that little cliff there.
Oh! I see what you're saying, yeah. The divot. It has a bit of a divot.
Yeah, I want to say this is a dessert plate. Those 9 plates look pretty expensive.
They're plates for appetizers.
Ah, I wasn't far off.
Remember, appetizers usually come on square plates.
Okay. Well, excuse me, princess.
Ah, good old reference.
There's a voucher at the end of the counter. This voucher doesn't match the number of plates on the table.
Hold on. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizers, 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. Maybe they're using hexadecimal here.
And hexadecimal.
Oh god! Not the math again.
It's not math.
It's a number system. It's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11.
I mean, I guess that's a way of putting it.
You're familiar with base 10, right? That's the normal system of numbers. Base 10 equivalents for hexadecimal numbers would go like this. A equals 10, B equals 11, C equals 12, D equals 13, E equals 14, F equals 15, and 10 equals 16. 10 becomes 16 in base 10. I know it sounds strange, but you could think of it as just 6 letters added onto the normal number system after 9.
I think I get it.
This looks like a serving table. I would imagine food is put here after it's prepared so that the waiters and waitresses can take it out to the customers. But something doesn't seem right here. Why are there so many plates?
Also, thank you, Lotus, for explaining it. It's just counting.
Yeah.
Hexadecimal. I wonder if it's some kind of hint.
Yeah, maybe.
Junpei, do you remember what I told you about hexadecimal code earlier?
Yeah, of course I do.
Alright then, here's a little quiz for you. What would 9 plus F be in base 10? 9 plus 6. Wouldn't that be
It would be
24?
25.
I thought F was 15.
You're right.
That's right. Good job, you're a fast learner.
Okay.
What? Oh man, there's a lot of camera angles, Jesus.
Yeah, alright, it's a tank with a pipe coming out of it. Nothing really that special about it. Is that a boiler over there?
Squeakity squookity.
Seeing it.
Who knows?
The pipe goes up into the ceiling. Maybe, just maybe, we can climb into that pipe and get out of there.
Idiot. How the hell are you supposed to get into a pipe that size?
Well, at least he kind of got my joke. Makes me kind of happy. Oh, I get it. I get it. Because he's Santa.
Oh, I was thinking of the Mario joke.
No. A pipe that goes up into the ceiling? It's a chimney.
Oh, that's right.
It's light hanging from the ceiling.
Sorry, drinking some water. Man. Hey, Santa. Could you open that door, please?
What the hell? There's no way I could open that thing. Guess you're getting to that age where your eyes start to go, huh?
You better watch your mouth, boy, or someone won't live long enough to see that door opened.
This has got the two of them on edge. Gotta get out of here, and fast.
A countertop. We got a rolling pin and a colander. Nothing useful, in other words.
You know, I've heard of countertops, but never of counter bottoms.
Yeah, they're always in short supply. Oddly enough. A well-kept countertop. Doesn't seem to be anything useful on it, though.
Why am I suddenly thinking of that episode of Kids Next Door where number 2 meets the guy who's like the air ace and they defeat a guy who's always pissed off at the kids because they kept fucking up his countertop?
I'm afraid I never watched that.
What?
It was after my time.
Fair enough.
It's kind of far away. I can't really tell, but is that a ladle?
I don't really think a ladle is going to be very useful.
You never
You can
know.
whack people over the head with it.
Just an ordinary ladle. No reason to hang on to it.
Of course, it's a
Gosh.
weapon!
Ladle, 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 I made you out of clay. Oh wait. This is sad. I can't even remember a simple children's song. And when it's dry and ready, with ladle I will play. Remember, Junpei, ladle,
Funnily enough,
not
I was
cradle.
thinking of the song myself.
Alright.
Anything else we could examine?
Wow, this pot looks like it's made out of silver. I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off with June, drinking tea. Could such a day ever happen for me? Jumpy? Oh, nothing. We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on.
I don't know,
Silver pot here.
that pot looks small, it looks too small for tea. It looks like something for, like, creamer. Like, for
Yes,
coffee.
This is also like a Titanic style ship, so it's all old shit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's a bolt. And it's really rusty. Will this even open?
We won't know till we try. Let's give it a shot. Alright, let's see if you're gonna come out. Damn. No dice. Dragon Cat, yeah, rolling pins are the ideal thing for smacking someone with.
Also,
No.
I have just realized, holy shit, for Earth, you must really feel old if 2000 is after your time by your measures.
Well, it's after my time for watching a kid's show. That isn't a furry show.
There is no such thing.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
No such thing.
There are a lot of kids shows that I can find a bit insufferable.
I mean, fair. Nobody in their adult age is going to watch Caillou for anything other than
basically-
sadomasochism torture.
Basically, once I was like late teenager, if I saw a kids show that was starring human kids, my general impression was, this is not for me.
So you never watch Ed and Eddie.
Okay, Ed, and Eddie is different. The Ren and Stimpy-esque art style immediately told me that it might warrant my attention.
Anyway, we have like, less than 15 minutes before 10, so we should probably get going.
We're not finishing
Rusty
this room in
bolt.
15 minutes.
This door won't open until we can do something about this bolt.
Maybe if we had some kind of lubricant.
Door.
Where's an
a bolt
Oreo
here.
can when you need it?
It's a lot of notes. They've got a bunch of stuff written on them, but it doesn't look like a code or anything like that.
Looks like a bunch of instructions for using the cooking utensils. Nothing really suspicious about that.
I should move my phone so the duck doesn't siren call into the microphone. Look at all that cheese.
This shelf is
I thought that was
locked on it.
bread. Cheese.
There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans. This is probably a pantry. There are cans lining every shelf in here. Wooden box on the second row, though.
Knife.
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
The knife seemed important, Junpei thought, but it wasn't going to be much use the way it was.
It's futile.
Futile?
You know.
Here we go
a waste,
again.
Useless. Pointless.
Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
Oh, no reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
Huh?
She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried rephrasing his question.
Why were you thinking about futility?
At last, she answered.
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
The Titanic?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. There was a novel that had a bunch of stuff in it that described the sinking of the Titanic before it actually sank.
Yeah, that's the one. The title of the novel is Futility. It was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. But
I know. I mean, I didn't know the name of the book, but the story was the same, right? It was just like what happened on the Titanic?
yeah,
Well, I heard it was all a hoax.
a hoax.
I heard that the stuff that matched up to the Titanic so well was actually added after it sank. Apparently, the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank.
But the novel was published in 1898. 14 years before the accident.
Like I said, that was the first print of the book. 14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic. He figured that was his chance, you know? He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel, so that it matched the Titanic exactly.
Surprised by Junpei's response, Jun seemed rather taken aback.
Really?
Really? There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff.
Now that I don't believe. I've actually had a premonition before. For a moment, Jun looked very unhappy, more so than Junpei thought was normal for such a discussion. But it lasted only a moment. With no apparent reason, she suddenly looked up at him, alarmed.
But, that wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking.
It wasn't?
Yep. There were 2 other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote 2 stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, 2 ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that. But what if Stead had some sort of special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What?
I've
Automatic
heard about that.
writing? Wait, are you...
It's sort of like ghostwriting.
Are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull.
But Jumpy, you said you believe in curses.
Oh, nice to see that my answers have consequences.
Come on, that's totally different. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When this Stead dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
That's not it.
What's not it?
Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit. He was doing the possessing.
Oh. What are you smoking?
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic. He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes 20 years before it happened.
He decided it was probably best to say nothing. What Jun was saying was insane and utterly absurd. If he tried to take what she was saying seriously, he'd go mad. Junpei smiled uncomfortably.
Well, why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Huh? But...
Her voice trailed off, and she glanced at the floor, troubled.
Come on, let's get back to it.
Junpei tapped Jun gently on the shoulder, and awkwardly reached around her to pick up the knife from the box. I just remembered that the first room that we did, there was that safe that we never looked into. We're really in trouble. I know I'm just repeating myself, but this is really a futility moment. That blade is so rusty. Yeah, I know. You can't cut the damn thing with a knife like this. If we're going to cut anything, we'll probably have to sharpen the knife. Well, at least it's not an axe.
Cheese.
I too love to label all my cheese as just cheese.
Right.
Oh, come on, I can't check that bottle back there? Hey, there's something behind the cheese. You're right. Why don't we move some of the cheese? Alright guys, time to move it. Jun and I need to look behind you. There's a little green bottle back there. Oh look, cooking oil. You could probably use this to make something slippery. And more cheeses lined up on the shelf. This is Gouda cheese, the most famous Dutch cheese. If you don't open the casing, it usually won't go bad. So you can store it at room temperature for quite a while. So we can eat this? Most likely. I'm not hungry. At all. Guess it's hard to get hungry in a situation like this.
And besides, we're gonna have some really really, really bad constipation.
Yeah, when the bomb explodes. There's milk in here.
The ones in our stomach, yeah.
Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rust, it's probably really old. Maybe we shouldn't open it up. I don't think it'd be a pretty sight.
Ew,
it
no.
would smell so bad. Oh my god.
I think I'd die.
Suki?
A sink.
Still got water.
I was muted, apparently. There's a couple plates in there, but I don't think they're gonna help us much.
Sink with water in it. There are a couple plates in the water. Ooh, whetstone. Oh,
Suki?
Whetstone? What are you planning to do with that? Shit. Don't tell me you're gonna try and smash open the card reader.
are you a...
Are you an idiot? If you do that, then we'll never get out of here.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that would be bad, huh?
The whetstone's only going to be useful if we need to sharpen something.
Maybe I'll use the whetstone to sharpen the knife. The blade of the knife is getting sharper by the second. I should be able to cut something pretty good with this.
So, I guess you managed to sharpen the knife, Junpei.
Who are you gonna stab with that?
You. No one.
You could probably cut something soft with that.
Nice. This knife is nice and sharp again. I could probably cut something soft with it. This table is for preparing food. There are plates everywhere.
Wow, what a nice dish rack. I'd love to have that in my kitchen.
Why don't you take it back with you?
Are you offering to carry it for me?
Why don't you ask Seven?
You're kidding. You don't honestly think I'd let a beast like that into my home, do you?
Rude.
Why is everyone shitting on Seven?
Seriously!
Trash can. There's nothing inside of it.
Well, better than being full of rotten food, I suppose.
I know, I'd die.
Damn it, there's nothing in here.
Hey Santa, digging for the trash really suits you.
What the hell did you just say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor. I knew you'd just piss and moan, so I did it for you.
Oh my. I don't recall asking you to do anything.
Now, throttle you.
Excuse me?
Exactly. Does it feel colder in here?
Can't examine that bucket.
There's a rolling pin and a colander here. Nothing useful.
I keep getting colander messed up with coriander, which is the spice.
Coriander.
No, that's coriander. You are combining coriander with oleander, which is the most poisonous flower in the world. You probably shouldn't do that if you intend to eat it.
Probably shouldn't. Oop.
They're lights, buddy.
Though sometimes I confuse colander and cauliflower.
Yeah, those are kind of similar too.
Nothing weird about that.
Alright, it's going. Do you think this is all part of Zero's plan?
Probably. Kinda hard to believe there's a chef on board somewhere.
I wonder what this drawer is.
You see that metal grate on top of the grill? They make it like that so the fat and juices can drip off the meat while it cooks.
This drawer seems to be stuck. It won't open. Looks like the area under the plate opens up.
No, you can't. I already checked. It's sealed shut. I think that's where the coal goes.
It's a grill. There's some coals down there. They're bright red. All we've got here is a pot and a frying pan. Oh, and a pressure cooker.
Take the frying pan.
Weapons.
It is the best weapon.
What kind of idiot are you? Gonna run around holding that thing while you're looking for the dead?
So I can
Man,
smack a
this is
bitch!
a joke. Why so serious? Frying pan, 2 kinds of pots.
Iron oven. And a duck. It's pretty heavy duty.
I've never had duck before. I'd like to taste it at least once. It's Oh, that's you.
It's probably industrial quality. I bet you could cook anything with this. Anyway, let's have a look inside. Yeah, I knew it. It's locked.
Apparently, the grocery stores near us started selling duck eggs recently. I want to try to use those at some point.
Have you ever tried ostrich eggs?
Nope.
They're basically egg with more egg. This is probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. Well, not right now. We don't know the combination.
Okay, good.
Of course. Maybe if we put some oil on it.
Hey!
Just a little bit of oil and... Come on, you little son of a bitch! Got you, you little bastard! You did it, Jumpy! You're so smart.
Open the door.
As Junpei walked into the room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat.
Oh, yeah, it's cold in here. What is this place?
Are you blind? It's a freezer.
Santa's teeth had already begun to chatter. Hardly surprising. The freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Lotus, however, was in an even worse situation.
Oh, no way. That's way too cold for me. I'll freeze solid in seconds. Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm going to leave the rest to you.
And with that, she ran out of the room. As Lotus left, June came in.
Oh, whoa. It's really cold in here.
Yeah, but you are the most suited. White puffs of steam hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver.
Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this.
No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now.
But...
Junpei had scarcely opened his mouth.
Huh?
When the thunderous sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find that the door they had only recently come through was closed. Junpei rushed to the door.
No! Why did it suddenly close?
Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob.
Ah!
It was cold, beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful.
The knob's frozen!
But why?
They quickly deduced that the pipe next to the door had ruptured.
It looks like the pipe next to it broke, and...
Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen instantly. Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door.
Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right? Open the door!
She wasted no time in responding.
What do you want? What's going on?
The door won't open! Try opening it from that side, please!
Oh, fine. If you say so. Hold on.
Soon they could hear Lotus on the other side of the door. The grunting ceased and they could hear light panting, as if from exertion.
It's no use. It won't budge. You've got more people in there. You figure it out.
Oh.
God damn it.
Santa was shaking like a newborn deer. Jean was hugging herself and shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath they took... Now I've got a song stuck in my head. They could feel the cold working its way deeper and deeper into their bodies.
Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents.
Yo, dog, I heard you like escape rooms, so we put an escape room in your escape room so you could escape while you room.
2 minutes are better than none. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just take a good look around this room, okay?
Right.
They pushed in close to one another and began to search. There's water dripping from this pipe. Looks like when the pipe burst, the water hit the doorknob and froze in place. This water actually seems almost warm. And that means we have to do something about that ice.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't just examine the ice. This thing is covering something. It's frozen solid. I can't flip it over. It's a thin pipe.
Dry ice?
Try ice?
Can't you make that stuff cause an explosion if you seal it in something that's airtight?
Explode?
Yeah. Didn't you do that in school? No. You should never underestimate the power of expanding gas.
Might be able to cause an explosion if we put it in something airtight and make it melt. Junpei picked up the dry ice with his sleeve so as to avoid burning himself.
Go again!
Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah, it is.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Hell if I know. How is that gonna help us anyway?
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
They were about to move on when June spoke up.
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees. Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Junpei looked at her, dumbfounded.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I am the the queen of random knowledge.
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
Yes, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least she was feeling good enough to joke around, Junpei told himself.
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
Santa was now shivering at an astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Junpei...
It did seem rather odd.
It is kind of weird.
June answered.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure...
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
June replied with an answer that stunned both of them.
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Huh?
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Water that freezes at 96 degrees? Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees? Junpei was cold as hell, but this was too interesting to ignore. He did his best to warm up by rubbing his arms and stamping his feet, then put the question to June.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
There's the
Ice
reference.
9?
I've heard of that before.
Yeah,
brought
you
up in
heard of it
Danganronpa?
because... Nope, it was actually Cassette Beast. The Ice Beast tape was a reference to this.
Oh, okay.
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup.
She wasn't finished.
Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there. After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is. All glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like... how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Communicating in some way that we can't sense.
Junior high.
And now it's happening everywhere.
Junpei. You know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm honestly impressed. It was, in fact, a pretty interesting story.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
To his surprise, it was Santa, and not June, who answered.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees, man.
It'd be the end of the world.
Junpei felt that Santa might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with the proper concern.
At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick.
He was right. Junpei shivered.
Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. So seriously, I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold.
Isn't Iceland actually not that cold?
Yeah, the whole thing is green. Iceland is green, Greenland is icy.
Yeah.
So let's get cracking, alright? We gotta find a way out of here.
Junpei just launches into a diatribe about how Iceland isn't that cold, spending another 20 minutes while Santa's freezing his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
Santa stomped off, clearly doing his best to pretend the cold wasn't affecting him.
Selfish, isn't he?
Still, Santa was right, and it was high time they got back to their search.
Ice 9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed his search of the room. By the way, do you know why Iceland is called Iceland and Greenland is called Greenland?
Nope.
It's actually a form of marketing. So when they settled on Greenland, they wanted more colonists to come over, so they called it Greenland, despite the inhospitable climate, to entice people to come over and start a new life there. Most people didn't realize that it was an icy place until they'd already gotten there, and by then, well, they'd already taken a long trip and most likely spent a lot of their savings to get there, so they had to make the best of it.
Okay, very fascinating, but we're already pushing time, so let's not go into any more diatribes ourselves. Also, keep examining this one, it's very important.
It's really hard. It's frozen stiff. Hey, June, can you say that again? Yeah? Say it again. It's really hard. Again. It's really hard. Thanks.
God damn it.
Something wrong, Junpei? Your face is bright red.
Nothing. I'm fine. If it's that hard, you could probably use it as a hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Maybe we can use it to break something. Keep at it.
Jumpy, it's really hard. It's like a hammer. You can use this to crush something. Jumpy, you're a chunk of me.
Oh god, stop!
It's rock solid.
Stop!
It's really hard. It's like a hammer. Nom nom. Don't eat it.
Oh, Jesus
It's
Christ.
You'd think it would be Junpei who would be the one initiating it, but nope!
Did you check anything else besides
Oh
the
yeah,
chicken?
there's other things in there.
Oh, the other things didn't seem to react. There's some frozen meat up there. Looks like pork. Huh? What's this? Looks like a tag or something. Jumpy, is there a slip of paper in that meat? I think there's something written on here, but I can't read it like this. I'll try and pull it out. It'll probably rip. Maybe it... Oh. That's Santa.
You need to defrost that. Don't think we're gonna be doing that in this room.
Chunk of pork with paper inside of it. Should be able to take it out once it's been defrosted.
Nope, okay, never mind.
Or there was something else. I guess not.
Everything's frozen in here. Doesn't look like there's anything else interesting.
Oh, I think I know what we have to do.
I believe we want to check the floor door.
Floor door?
Oh,
shit.
Right there.
It's a rope. Huh?
Well, we could use it to attach something to something else, I suppose.
There's so much stuff in here. Why don't we take some of it out, Jumpy? Storage
I
area built
think you
into
want to
floor,
examine
a
the
small
bottle.
cellar. There are a couple bottles in here.
There we go. A water bottle. Yes, it is. Okay. I believe you have everything you need now. What did we just get done discussing?
I mean, there was Ice 9.
Jumpy's chunk of meat being rock solid, like a hammer.
Yeah.
You could use it to crush the ice.
Oh, so I was thinking back earlier to the thing about dry ice being able to be used as an explosive, and I was thinking,
No, you're on the right
in the
track
water
there.
bottle. Anyway,
Yeah, I think we'll probably have to use that later, just not now.
Yeah. Hey, Junpei. Did you find some dry ice earlier?
yeah.
There's warm water coming out of that pipe. Warm water, dry ice.
I just saw
What do you think would happen if we put that? Yeah. What do you think would happen if we put that stuff in a sealed container together?
Oh my god, that's literally what I was trying to do, and the game told me no.
Well, you can't shove a giant chunk of dry ice into a water bottle on its own. Oh, you gotta figure out a way to make it smaller then, don't you, genius? Yeah, sorry if I advanced the juicing, but considering we were over time, I figured it would probably be the smart idea.
Fair. All in small pieces now. Put these pieces of dry ice into this water bottle. So you put the dry ice in the water bottle, Jumpy? If it explodes, it could probably blast away the ice on the door.
So how are we gonna get it to stay against the doorknob?
Let's just tie a rope on here.
There we go.
Warm water dripped from the ruptured pipe near the door.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice, and make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
I just need to give it a little, tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock.
Junpei looked down at the floor. Scattered across it were pieces of dry ice left over from the larger chunk he'd crushed
Alright,
earlier.
this ought to do the trick.
Stand
Pulled his
back.
sleeve down over his hand to keep from getting burned and grabbed a chunk of dry ice.
Ah, some dry ice, huh? Not a bad idea.
It was a pretty good size, about as big as a pool ball.
Alright, guys, stand back. Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
Well, Santa and June looked at it with new concern.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Yeah, there is. Look, right here. We can hide in there.
Junpei pulled open the door to the small cellar.
Come on, get inside, quick!
Santa and June nodded and jumped down into the hole. Junpei quickly followed. In his hand, he could feel the chill of the frozen carbon dioxide even through his sleeve. He tightened his grip, took aim, prepared to throw.
Alright, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
You're counting the wrong way.
Oh, oops.
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
Sorry, dude. Alright, for real this time. You guys ready?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Just throw the damn thing.
Alright, here I go. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 5. Junpei
Was that a
threw the
Monty
chunk of-
Python reference?
Yes. Junpei threw
I
the
knew
chunk
it.
of dry ice as hard as he could. With the same motion, he ducked down into the cellar where Santa and June, just as...
How?
Junpei leapt up out of the cellar and ran to the door.
Jumpy! The ice on the door! Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone!
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes! Alright, let's see if it opens.
Junpei grabbed the knob and pushed with all his might. Unfortunately, it was still locked, and they all died. The door gave way easily, and all three of them tumbled out of the freezer at once.
Hooray! We're out!
June,
And we're
relieved,
also out
collapsed
of
onto the
time.
floor.
Move!
Gotta get out of this room.
It's getting late for me.
Alright.
Thankfully, we're almost done with it.
Santa shoved past Junpei and ran straight to the grill, which he immediately grabbed.
Oh, god damn it! Hot, 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 hot! Fuck!
Proceeded to kick the grill in a futile but amusing fit of
Well,
rage.
you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen? Hey, where's Lotus?
It took Junpei only a moment to find her. She was sitting on the counter, idly scratching her chest.
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
With a great yawn, Lotus lowered herself off the counter. Junpei clenched his teeth and walked over to her.
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
We were gonna die!
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right, didn't it?
But what the hell?
Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door. But I couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
It was true that there wasn't much she could have done, but something about her tone. Junpei gritted his teeth.
Fine. but there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
What? You think I closed the door on you? Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Seemed that an accident was the only explanation for the door's closure.
If she had really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside, but she didn't. Well, she didn't do anything. She's only lazy, or negligent at least, not an attempted murderer.
Junpei swallowed his anger and did his best to apologize.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, yes, well that's all right. As long as you understand.
Lotus looked away and twirled her hair between her fingertips. His vengeance against the girl complete, Santa swaggered back to Junpei and Lotus.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
Okay. Grill. Chunk of pork on the grill.
Grill that pork.
Put that meat on the grill.
Delicious. Hey, what are you doing? What are you going to do if the paper burns?
Come on, it'll be fine.
Come on, paper doesn't burn until what, 451 degrees?
It's not like it's gonna burn right away, right? You just gotta keep an eye on it and the paper will be fine.
Well, they can argue all they want. I'm gonna keep an eye on this pork. Cool, looks like it's about time. I'm gonna try taking the paper out. Jumpy, be careful. Sweet of her to care, but I know what I'm... Ah! See? I told you.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out.
It's not coming out. This thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out.
So are we going to have to cut the meat?
Yeah, looks that way. Alright. Alright, now that I've sharpened the knife, cut the pork.
Awesome, Junpei.
Now to have some, like, 200-year-old frozen pork.
Now you can cut out the paper.
Pork now.
So 13 plus 10 plus 15.
No. 13 plus 16 plus 15.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
So 29, 34, 44.
Damn it, they're just screwing around.
Okay, do you know what CNF stands for?
You think maybe it means corporate finance? I thought it was clever and funny.
Well, we know the answer. Yeah, I already said the line, so go ahead.
Yes, I know how to enter. Yes, I know how to enter. Yes, I
We
know
did
how to
it.
enter. Yes, I know how to enter. Nanny? Huh? This is weird.
I think it's just like the numbers together. So it'd be 13, 16. So it'd be 13, 16, 15. Like the whole thing.
I can, in the interest of saving you time, I can confirm that is not it.
Okay, so let's see.
13 plus 16 plus 15, right?
C is 12.
12 plus 16 plus 15. That's 43. You entered 44.
Yeah, because we thought that we thought that C was 13.
There you go. Problem solved.
Well, I guess that went well. The door opened. Good job, Jumpy.
And this is
Saturn
where we
key
found the
card.
Saturn key. This looks like a lowercase h, but the line through it's just throwing me off.
This is a symbol for Saturn. Remember, there was an elevator next to the main staircase. Wasn't there a mark like this on the card reader next to it?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I guess that means the card ain't gonna help us get out of this room then.
I'm not sure. Why don't we try it out?
Alright, we're done.
Yes!
Alright,
I think it's unlocked
I
now.
go to bed.
You did it, Jumpy. Let's get out of here.
Okay, escape and save.
Yeah.
You found it!
We found it.
I think we've been here before.
Save time.
Okay. Save time.
Yeah, so much for joining!
Hooray.
And next time we return to where we last left off, for the most part.
And a very important question will be asked. Don't worry about that too much right now. You're not gonna have any use for that until later.
I know, I know. We have two choices. Do we go in door number 3 or the whatever the other one was?
Well, I suppose the very important question for that is, do you want to be an asshole?
You know what? I'll think on it for a week.
Sleep on it.
Until then, I shall see you all next time.
See ya!
Take care.
And I have to get going now. I am